If there's a single aroma you'd associate with the French kitchen, it has to be the warm, comforting smell of melting butter. The legendary French chef Escoffier, when asked about the secrets of fine cooking, said that there were three: butter, butter and butter. Welcome to the deliciously rich world of French food safari. In this French safari, the delights of the bistro. The delicious simplicity of steak tartare, butter, France's cherished ingredient. A Normandy chef shares a favourite seafood recipe, the flavours of the south in salad niçoise, and clafoutis with plump summer cherries and the best vanilla ice cream. In a country that holds food so dear, one of the favourite places to eat is the beloved Bistro, the down-to-earth, inexpensive way of eating that's been popular over hundreds of years and is said to have originated from the Russian occupation in 1815, when soldiers were in need of a quick meal and drink. The Russian word bystra means hurry.
Yves, la plus grande question qu'on a depuis qu'on est arrivé en France, c'est ce fameux mot qui est magique. Qu'est-ce qu'un bistrot?
Un vrai bistrot, pour moi, c'est déjà tenu par un cuisinier. Parce que dans le bistrot, quand même, la base de l'important, c'est quand même l'assiette.
Born in southwest France, Yves came to board as the chef you want cooking for you every night. He trained in some of the highest-rated Michelin restaurants in France, honing his skills and winning the coveted Grand Prize Deli Store before deciding a move to a more relaxed style of dining was simply more fun. His bistro, Le Comptoir in Saint-Germain, is the hottest ticket in town, booked out a staggering 6 months in advance.
C'est un lieu social. C'est un lieu où les gens vont venir en toute décontraction, passer un bon moment et partager. Partager soit avec le voisin, dû à la proximité des tables bien souvent, ou partager avec un chef, partager sa cuisine. C'est un lieu, je crois, où on fait une cuisine de qualité, une cuisine marquée par un cuisinier, une cuisine d'auteur, à un prix, ce qui est très important, accessible à une grande partie de la population, et surtout un lieu où on se sent bien, où il n'y a pas de code. La haute gastronomie, c'est qu'en France, c'est quelque chose d'exceptionnel. Parce que j'ai appris dans ces maisons-là, c'est grâce à ces maisons-là que je suis ce que je suis. Mais quand tu vas dans un grand restaurant, il y a toujours un code vestimentaire, un code de tenue verbale, un code de comportement. Dans un bistrot, c'est un lieu où tu vis, il y a la vie. Et je pense qu'une génération de cuisiniers, dont j'en fais partie, avec Christian Etchebest, Rodolphe Paquin, Iñaki, on a voulu continuer notre passion, continuer notre métier, mais sans cette pression excessive que la haute gastronomie nous impose. On a voulu créer des endroits de vie, des endroits où nous aussi, on y est bien dedans, c'est-à-dire qu'on se sent proche du client.
Many great dishes are said to have been created in bistros, including the classic steak frit, many incarnations of pan-fried fish, golden roast chicken, and steak tartare. Steak tartare uses raw, finely minced or diced beef served with onion, capers, seasonings, and often an egg yolk, and is said to have originated with the Tatar people of Central Asia, the dish introduced to Paris by the Russians who occupied in the early 19th century.
I love it. If I go to a bistro, and it's the biggest compliment you can make to a bistro is to order the steak tartare, meaning you trust them with the quality of the meat. We're just going to dice the beef. I like it, me personally, to have some nice dice. I don't want it to be too thin. You know, yes. I want you to eat something, to taste something in the mouth. So that's how I want it. Look at that. You see? And in a rustic way as well. Okay, so first, my capers. And really then, it's as much as you want to your liking. So I like my cornichon, gherkin. My mustard.
That's Dijon.
Dijon. My shallots, beautifully diced.
They are beautifully diced.
My chive. Parsley. My tomato sauce.
And that adds a bit of sweetness as well, eh?
Worcester, 2 spoons of it.
Tabasco's always part of it, is
yeah.
it?
I like it a little bit spicy. My brandy.
Now, a very light touch.
Yeah. There we go, that will do. And to finish, an egg yolk.
And that's often served on top in the restaurant, isn't it?
That's right. A bit of pepper. Here we go. My touch of salt. Look at that, beautiful. Yeah. I'm just going to do a quenelle of steak tartare.
Actually, this is one of the great serving techniques of France, isn't it? The
Oh
quenelle?
yes, oh yes. I've got this little salad with beautiful baby herbs.
To accompany the steak tartare, Guillaume makes pomme gaufrette, slicing potatoes using a special attachment on his mandolin and deep frying them until they're golden brown.
So what you want to get is a crispy potato. So you don't want them to be brown, you know, you just want them...
really beautiful, pale golden.
Here we go, beautiful pomme gaufrette. And what I'm going to do here, you got your steak tartare.
Wow.
You take your little gaufrette. Look at that. That should, you know.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've ever had this sort of combination of meat and potatoes. I love the little crunchy mat that it comes on.
Yeah, man.
And that's a really good combination
Yeah.
of flavours. In the history of cooking around the world, some ingredients truly shine, some becoming almost synonymous with a particular country. In France's case, the ingredient above all others is butter. It's used right through the day in endless delicious incarnations, helping food to taste delicious, creating golden crispy layers, adding gloss and shine, flavour and elegance. A finishing school for the perfect dish. Without butter, French food would simply not be the same. It's said the best butter is from the rich dairying region of Normandy. And in France, the superstar of butter also comes from Normandy. He's Jean-Yves Baudier, an artisan butter maker acclaimed throughout the country.
La relation du Français avec le beurre, c'est une intimité depuis le matin jusqu'au soir. Le matin parce que au petit déjeuner, c'est le moment de la tartine qui va croustiller avec le beurre qui fond gentiment dessus. C'est le démarrage de la journée, donc il faut que ce soit le meilleur possible. C'est encore intime dans la cuisine, puisque le beurre, c'est un sublimateur, un fixateur de saveur. Le beurre est le buvard de la nature.
Oh. Et donc là, nous avons combien en kilos?
Là, on a 5 kilos.
On a 5 kilos.
5 kilos et ça représente 110 litres de lait, puisque...
110 litres de lait
110
pour
litres de
5
lait.
kilos de
et
beurre.
Oui, puisque pour faire un kilo de beurre, il faut 22 litres de lait.
Mais quel pourcentage de sel dans votre
Alors
beurre?
là, on est à 2,8. 2,8, c'est-à-dire que pour 100 kg de beurre, on met 2,8 kg de sel.
De sel.
Alors la fleur de sel, c'est un produit exceptionnel, c'est très intéressant. Cependant, le sel dans le beurre, à l'origine, c'était pas un exhausteur de goût, c'était surtout un conservateur. Le premier réfrigérateur de l'histoire, c'est le sel.
Bien.
4 beurres, là.
Ouais.
Là, il y a un beurre au yuzu, c'est le résultat d'un voyage en 2006 où j'ai découvert cet agrume japonais au Japon qui donne une fraîcheur complètement incroyable. Voilà, on a une première note un peu amertume, mais ça verticalise la bouche. Et après, là, on part dans l'agrume. Et la dernière bouche, on va sur de la mandarine carrément. Hein.
J'ai l'impression d'avoir mangé un fruit.
C'est étonnant, hein. Après, on part dans un autre univers, un univers scandinave. C'est un sel d'origine norvégienne, mélange de curry, de poivre noir et d'oignons frits, qui était mélangé au sel pour aider à la fumaison des saumons.
Mais il n'y a pas besoin de faire des sauces quand vous avez des produits comme ça.
C'est un point de charge tout à fait surprenant. Et là, on va partir encore ailleurs.
Alors la couleur, j'ai
La
l'impression
couleur,
que
il y a une vraie relation
on descend un peu là.
On descend. Il y a une vraie relation entre la Bretagne et le Pays Basque là.
Oh,
Piment d'Espelette, très parfumé.
c'est extraordinaire. Merci.
Embauché.
Ah, merci Jean-Yves. Voilà.
Normandy-born chef Philippe Mouchel is devoted to the products of his home region. Philippe has worked all over the world, training with the esteemed father of modern French cooking, Paul Bocuse, and opening restaurants for him in Hong Kong, Tokyo, Houston and Melbourne. He's now in his own bistro in Melbourne. PM24 is the hottest ticket in town for lovers of the relaxed style of eating perfected by the French. Dishes from Normandy often star on the menu.
Flavors of Normandy means cream, butter, cider, that my father used to make his own cider, and of course a big array of seafood.
Whoa! Fantastic! Your father's with us, I think.
The butter from Normandy, you really can taste the difference. So we use a little bit of, I always say a little bit, it's never a little bit. But. So we start by doing the fumé.
And explain what a fumé is.
It's a reduction of stock. So butter, onion, try not to get any color, some John Dory bones, and then you add the Normandy champagne,
Beautiful.
the cidre.
Oh, it's got a lovely deep colour to it as well, doesn't it?
Yes. It's dark because, like wine, it was aged in barrel as well.
I see, wow. Gives it a lovely sort of frothiness too, doesn't it, Philippe?
And then we add a small bouquet garni, which is bay leaf, fresh thyme, and some parsley stock as well. Okay, to cook the mussel, butter again. Guess what? And a little bit of chopped shallot. Add the mussel. And again,
A little bath.
my cider. We steam the mussel with the lid on. So that's our mussel. So like I say, when they all open, they cook, they're ready.
They're lovely, plump, aren't they?
We can strain our fumé.
Oh, the smell of cider is so beautiful,
It's
isn't
unbelievable,
it?
huh?
Yeah, it's a lovely steam.
Now we can start cooking the John Dory. Guess what?
A little more
Add
butter.
a little bit of butter on the bottom. This is the whole John Dory with the bone in, because I believe the bones gives more flavor. A bit more butter. Salt, pepper, shallot, and then we're going to add our fumé. We're going to graze
You have your cartouche.
cartouche on the top, so the fish doesn't dry, and then we put it gently in the oven. It might take about 15 minutes. Et voilà. Now we
People
have to
really
wait.
do say that.
We have to wait.
Et voilà.
We have to wait. So now, the cream.
And it needs the cream to...
Well, because it's from Normandy, you have to use cream. And you see the John Dory is cooked to perfection.
It is, isn't it? It's really so
still
tender still.
Pink in the
Yes.
center. So you remove all the bones. Easy job.
Very nice. It looks beautiful.
The sauce.
The sauce now?
So I finish it with a little bit of whipped cream.
It is a celebration of dairy, this, isn't it?
Butter, cream. And in the sauce, we add the mussel to read them. Mushroom as well. Oysters. So the oysters, you have to be careful not to overcook them. Huh? Just warm them through. A few prawns, some parsley, and a dash of lemon juice. We leave it like that for 30 seconds just to warm everything through.
Beautiful.
And then at the end, put all the garnish nicely arranged around and on the top of your John Dory fillets.
Wow.
Voila, Maya.
Oh, look at that fish. So delicate. Oh, I love that. It's so exquisite, elegant and divine. Vegetables play a major role in French cuisine. More than any other type of produce, they ring in the seasons. Their natural flavour, when they're at their best, immortalised into many classic dishes. Summer is an abundance of salad vegetables, so colourful and vibrant they almost don't seem real. And in autumn, root vegetables and many types of mushrooms rule. So Guillaume, mushroom heaven, eh?
And look at that beautiful trumpet.
Extraordinary. What would you do with them?
Just blanch, a touch of vegetable stock, shallots, touch of butter, beautiful.
Sounds great. And these look like beautiful Desiree potatoes, actually.
Yeah, they're champignon de Paris. The most famous one come from Orléans. Orléans got huge cave of mushroom.
Wow.
So you got the brown one, and you got the white one. How beautiful is that?
It's a beautiful white mushroom. What are these?
Marraine. They're little mushroom. You don't want to do too much to them. They're very fragile. In a pan, touch of butter, garlic, parsley, and up you go. And this is one of my favorite mushrooms of my childhood.
They're so pretty.
This is called a pleurote.
Pleurote.
And what I love, they're very similar than the oysters mushroom. And the best way to eat that, you steam them, and after that, chop some chive or some dill, touch of butter, let it melt.
We know your touch of butter.
And a steam, John Dory with that, and that's beautiful.
You're in love.
Look at that.
I know, they're beautiful. So these are radishes with a white tip.
So you take one, you roll it in the salt, piece of bread, butter, that on top, and it is the best aperitif. In every French bistro, you will have that.
Sounds fantastic. And look at these amazing celeriac.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to tell you more about my love I've got with celeriac, but when you cook it, make a beautiful puree out of that. It's easy. You peel it, a little bit of milk, cook it through, pass it, and that's it.
Wow.
Salt, a touch of muscade, and you've got a beautiful puree.
Salads in French cuisine often look like an impressionist master has had a hand in their composition, using a variety of texture and colour to create wonderful results. In fact, the idea of the composed salad is very French, something that Sydney chef Damien Pignolet found so fascinating he wrote a whole book about it. So what are the secrets?
Les mains. Les mains and tenderness and love and tossing.
Growing up with a French father and a love of food, Damien Pignolet has put his stamp on some of Sydney's groundbreaking restaurants, including the popular Bistro Mon Coeur. Great salads are always part of his repertoire in the restaurant and at home, especially the glorious celebration of France's South, salad niçoise. Damien starts by slicing green capsicums and 4 types of sweet, juicy tomatoes, chopping Spanish anchovies, and some hard-boiled organic eggs. That's looking so colourful too. But wait.
Not finished yet.
Okay. He adds sliced cucumber, a good scattering of olives, sliced spring onions, and his favourite canned tuna. Now tell me why it needs to be canned tuna.
Because it's absorbed so much oil during the preserving process, and more importantly, watch how it flakes.
So you want those
You want
flakes.
this to break all up. You don't want chunks of tuna. God, it smells so good.
So this really is a sort of salad meal rather than a salad.
Absolutely.
Damien adds torn fresh basil leaves and rubs a crushed garlic clove around the serving bowl to perfume it. He then shakes up extra virgin olive oil, French red wine vinegar, salt and pepper, and then dresses the salad. So, describe the action.
Caressing is the only word. Lifting, tossing, letting it fall through your hands, mixing at the same time. And you see what's happening? The egg yolk is breaking down, and the tuna is breaking down, and everything's being coated. Now see how it looks?
Looks beautiful.
But it doesn't look prissy.
There's nothing prissy about that salad.
And it's about all those flavours being merged together.
Baby cos and oak lettuce are gently tossed through, ready to serve.
Et voilà, madame.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Bon appétit.
Thank you. This looks beautiful.
Yum. Gorgeous.
Every mouthful
It just explodes
is
with
so
flavour.
fresh and crunchy. And different textures. That's absolutely delicious. The best fruits in season often take centre stage when it comes to dessert, starring on top of tarts and pastries, cakes and flans. Some fruits so delicious they have desserts dedicated to them. Clafoutis is the perfect way to highlight the best summer cherries. It originated in the Limousin region where many homes had black cherry trees.
I love clafoutis. I think clafoutis it's a traditional.
Yeah.
I think it's a flan. You know, it's a baked flan. I've got my almond meal, my corn flour, who's going to be the agent to raise the clafoutis.
So corn flour helps bind it all together.
That's right. Your sugar, pinch of salt, and now let's mix. What you need is 2 egg yolk with 4 whole eggs. Going to put my cream into my eggs. I really want to make sure my butter is room temperature, because if I pour this butter hot into my mixture, that will cook the eggs. Just going to put a little bit of butter so they don't stick. Put my cherries.
Gosh, these are amazing cherries.
Okay, and a good tip. Open your oven. Put your clafoutis. And you just pour it. Look at that. Here we go.
Lovely. And that oven's been preheated to
170. I'm taking the clafoutis out. 1, 2, 3.
The best accompaniment for clafoutis is Guillaume's signature vanilla ice cream, made by his restaurant's trusted pastry chef, Kirsty Solomon, using a king's ransom of vanilla pods.
So we put 10 vanilla beans per litre, so we're making 2 litres of ice cream, so we put 20 beans in. That's a lot.
Kirsty adds the scraped vanilla and pods to the mixture of equal parts of milk and cream, which are heating with some sugar added. She then whisks egg yolks and sugar ready to make the sabayon base for the ice cream. The pale yellow frothy mix added to the milk and cream, and then as soon as it starts to bubble, the mix poured into a huge metal bowl over ice water to stop it cooking any further. The vanilla pods are squeezed in the chinoise to get the last precious black seeds of flavour. The magic happens once the mix is poured into the ice cream churner.
I set a timer, so this will take about 9 minutes.
Till you make ice cream?
Yep.
Okay, it's the best way to have ice cream, isn't it? Just churned. Wow.
Many chefs will say this is the last thing that they'll eat before they die. A lot of chefs say delicious.
Delicious. In our next French safari, a glorious celebration of French cheese. Escargot from paddock to plate and luscious raspberry tarts.